Welcome back. Now, on the back of AM Business, as we talk about the rising cost of accommodation, especially in Accra, there's more we'll be bringing your way as we get interactive with you. What we have here.
Drum roll. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Why have you been hiding this morning?
I've not been hiding.
You've abandoned me. You've been
you know,
AWOL.
I've been in the back supporting you. That was an interesting conversation you had with.
You've been AWOL.
No, I haven't.
Just as he was making reference
to
Sarah Johnson.
I know, I haven't. But it was a good conversation you had there. But talking about housing, you know, you saw recently that tweet by Michael Blackson about the cost of furniture, and he was asking why Accra is so expensive. This is not the first time.
It's like everything, furniture, logistics, like twice as much as he would pay in the US.
In the
and
US,
he's asking, yo, what's up?
Yeah, and this is not the first time. He made a similar statement some time back about accommodation. But here is one of the things that causes major drain on people's pockets and frustration. So, Benjamin, I don't know. We've been having conversations with Red Control and talking about this and how we can resolve it, but we are yet to see anything really happening in terms of practical things. I know people, for example, who say, oh, in my country, you pay monthly, and it's easy on the pocket for a lot of people. So imagine a young person who just landed a job, who has to pay a year or a year and a half or 2 years advance rent. How are they going to afford it? Like, just think about it. They either have to rely on a relative, or their parents are well-to-do, or something. You get it?
And you look at some locations. Even sometimes, I recently had to help someone who was trying to get accommodation. You look at the accommodation in Laboni, the space. I mean, it's so small.
Did you say Laboni? Prime area.
No. Hold up. The entire space is not even the size of my hall. and how much the person is paying. That small space. You know, and you look at areas like Laboni, Osu, now Chado, you look at the likes of Jowola, Belengpe, even Achimota, even Tesano. It's becoming, don't talk about airport and Roman Ridge. And it's even worse in some of those communities now springing up. Once the facility is new and all that. I mean, I look at some of the prices and some of them, we keep talking about, oh, we don't charge in dollars. Some of them are charging in dollars.
Not some of them. Most of them are charging. In these prime areas you're talking about, yes. In the prime areas you're talking about. So it's just something we need to look at. Shelter is a basic need. Okay, talk of affordable housing. And I even cringe at the thought of that, because where has that gotten us? And there are people sleeping on the streets. Where is the focus on human dignity? Where is the heart, you know, towards people? Because I'm saying, just think about it. A regular student, you know, landing a new job, having to pay a year or a year's advance. And you know how the landlords behave. If you don't want it, you can go, because there's ready markets for it. Yeah, someone else will pick it up. So, I mean, it's just something we need to look at. But we'll be coming back shortly to take your thoughts on that. How is it affecting you? What has your experience been looking out for a facility? And also, we'll be talking about some of the things that Benjamin discussed with Andrew Japamesa and Al-Hassan Sikini. But now, there is another major concern with the major route, the Accra-Tema Motorway. And some of you have had to be to endure.
They've been stranded.
Literally. Endure long hours in traffic due to some emergency work that needs to be done there. Our colleague Kojo Brace visited the Tema Motorway, and here's what he was able to gather.
On the Tema Motorway, where I'm standing is the side you would choose if you're coming from Tema. So, I mean, the traffic is very thick at the Tema end of the highway towards Accra. When you're coming from Accra, we spent close to 40 minutes in traffic from Accra to this place. Now, the bridge they're constructing is just some few meters after the Nutrifood factory. So if you are used to the Tema Motorway, when you're coming from Accra, after the Nutrifood, you would see a certain bridge. That's the bridge that is facing some structural integrity challenges, and that's needs fixing. Now, the people in this traffic tell me they've spent 2 hours in this traffic. It's quite a huge one. You have the motorcycles also coming in the complaint I'm having is that, look, we are dying. We've been in this for close to 2 hours. Let me try to engage some people to see how it goes.
I've been in traffic for about an hour plus. You know, I'm also going to, I'm a public servant, I'm going to work, I have a meeting somewhere to attend. And I've been in this traffic for an hour, more than an hour now. Yes, and it's very bad and very irritating. It's not, this thing is not going to be like something for a few days. What we are seeing currently, if you look at it, it's going to take years. You know, when you have things that are not being planned well in the country, these are some of the things that you see. Look at what is happening. It starts all the way from the toll booth. You'll be in traffic from all the way from the toll booth to this side. And we're still moving, not even to get to a shaman overhead or anything. We are still in this traffic. We're going to waste almost about 2 hours, 3 hours in this traffic. So they should do something about this. Okay. All right, thank you.
Chief, so, I mean, what's your experience of the traffic?
I've been using this road for a long time, but I've never experienced this before. I don't know what is happening ahead of us.
How long have you spent in traffic today?
Almost 1 hour. Just here, yes, almost an hour.
Are you on your way to work or for a business meeting?
For a meeting, yes.
Are you late because of the traffic?
Very, very late. I'm already late, yes.
Okay.
So I've
you didn't know of this ahead of time?
No, I didn't know. I had to use my Google map.
Okay.
That gave me the estimated time about 25 minutes before I get to where I'm going.
Okay.
And I have to be there before 11, and now it's 11:20. Wow. So you can imagine.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For the traffic.
Yeah, I'm Reverend George Enchubediako. The traffic is too much. The government should do something for us. In fact, there is a lot happening in this country. And we know the government is doing very well, but it should please try and fix the road for us.
How long have you been in traffic?
Oh, for about an hour. Yesterday, I was in traffic for 5 hours.
Whoa.
Yes, yesterday. I was in the traffic for 5 solid hours.
And today you are 1 hour. So
1 hour. Yeah, today there is an improvement. So today we are a little bit happy, but the government should work very hard. We are also trying to pray to support him.
Thank you.
Okay.
It is inconveniencing Ghanaians. And I think, you know, it's a good thing they are doing. But they should do it in the night. Because the traffic here is too much. It's too much. Since 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. at dawn, there is traffic as at this time. It's inconveniencing Ghanaians. So we beg our leaders, they should do this thing at night. So that we can have peace of mind. You are, you know, consuming more time, more fuel here. It's not the best. It's not the best at all. Thank you very much.
So share your experience with us.
Oh, the traffic is very bad. We've been here like for almost 3 hours. Why?
For 3 hours?
Yeah. It's very bad. It's very bad. At least they have to do it. This is why they have to work like day and night, you know. Because in America, they work day and night. Only in Ghana, only in Africa. It's very bad. You know, they have to do something about it. Seriously. Yeah. Okay, bro.
All right, so this is the junction where those coming in from Tema towards Accra and those coming from Accra towards Tema intersect. It's just a few meters away from the Nutrifort company. The bridge which is being worked on is on the river Alakla, that's what I've been told. And let's correct this. The highways is not working on a number of bridges. They're only working on one bridge. And even that, according to the highway engineer who's supervising this work, they are working on the Accra-bound side of the bridge. It's not the entire bridge. And they expect to cast this in the next 72 hours and open it to traffic. So they are looking somewhere around the weekend or next week Monday to open this bridge to traffic. That's what it is. So if you are seeing where I am, those coming in from the Tema end would join those coming in from Accra for them to use the single the Tema bound lane, and then you join here before you can move on around the Nutriford area. So that's how it is. But we have had the opportunity of going through other routes. So if you're watching and you want to save yourself from joining this whole, you know, traffic, if you are in Tema, you can drive through Ashaiman and then bypass the Ashaiman underpass and go beyond or go past the axle load and join the motorway. By that, you can save yourself about 40 plus minutes of the traffic if you are to join directly from the highway. So that's one thing that we've gathered here from our search. I mean, we've driven through those routes to understand how it works. Now, we are seeing, and I can count about 60 policemen on the highway. I have ridden at the back of a motorbike to go throughout the stretch, and I've seen a huge presence of policemen here. I've tried to find out from them why that, and they tell me if they were not here, traffic could not have been that easy. Yesterday, mind you, people were spending close to 5 hours in traffic, but today it's been reduced to between 1 hour 30 minutes for people who are traveling from Tema to Accra. For those who are coming from Accra, you might spend like 40 minutes to 1 hour in traffic. It's because the police are using their visibility to ensure that traffic flows. That is what it is here. So if you just join us, the traffic is still on. If you are going to use the motorway, be mindful that you will still be in traffic. Again, we've spoken to the site supervisor who tells us that they are doing everything they can to ensure the motorway is opened to traffic in the shortest possible time. Thank you very much. You started this work yesterday, yes. Where are we now?
Yeah, we are on the form. We are now fixing the formwork. Yesterday we were able to do a 24-hour braking, and we've been able to finish, and we are now doing the formwork. And we are praying that by tomorrow 6 o'clock a.m. we should be done with the formwork. Then the setting of the rail enforcement bars will begin. So if everything goes on well, in the next 48 hours you should be prepared for the concrete.
What exactly are you doing?
Yeah, there was a defective. The decks or the bridge here have a lot of defect on the decks, and when we confirm it when we break the concrete, realize that most of the iron rods were rotten or were seriously corroded. So at the end of the day, what we have done is we are now going to change all the iron rods. We are going to change the iron rods. And the work was also in two phases. We were having the propping. If you look under, we have supported the bridge under with metals. It's called the stanchions, which is called the propping. That one was done in 7 days. Then the main work, which is also ongoing. That is what, now that we have done the propping, now we can contain any load that comes. So in this case, we have even increased the strength of the bridge.
We heard of bridges, but since I came, I've seen just this one. Are you working on all the bridges or just this one?
No, it's just, you see, motorway is having 3 bridges. And out of the 3, it's only this one. Even here, it is on the Accra bond that is having problem. So where we are working on now is the Lakwa bridge, which have a serious defect. So it's only one bridge. It's not the 3 bridges.
Okay. So this one, with my knowledge of concrete, when you do it, you have to heal, and it takes a number of days. So how many days exactly are we looking at opening this to traffic?
Yeah, after the casting, we have some adhesives that we will add to this concrete that is going to speed it up to be able to achieve the compressive strength of the concrete. So, and the numbers, like everybody knows that it's 21 days, 21 days, 21 days. But we will do it in 72 hours. In 3 days' time, we'll be able to open the bridge with the inclusion of the adhesives.
So hopefully by weekend or next Monday, it should be opened.
That is our hope, that with a good weather, we will open the bridge.
This is a highway work. Do we know how much it's costing the nation?
Yeah, you see, this is not a new project that we are doing. It's maintenance work. As every day, the moment you touch a place before you know how worse it is. So if I'm to give you, let's say it is 2,000 or 3,000 cities, I'll be lying. At the end of the day, we will find out the engineer was lying. So we were able to finish when everything is completed. Because today a lot of things have come out and it was not part of the budget. But now we have to. So emergency work or rehabilitation work, it's normally different. How we see it until you touch it before you realize that how serious it is. So the whole world will know the amount we are using when we finished.
But the motorway itself needs a lot of work to be done on it. Why aren't we touching it?
You see, maintenance is a process. Maintenance is a process. We've been doing it. That's the main reason why it's out of the checks that we did, I realized that this one is having a serious defect. So we've been doing it. Just that when the lifespan of it, you have everything have a lifespan. When it reaches its lifespan, you have no option, but you continue to maintain. So we can finish this bridge, and in the next day, another one will show up. So we are praying that the minister promise of, I guess, we are going to have a source cutting for the reconstruction of the motorway. So that's what we are praying, that we will do that, so that at the end of the day, everybody can go and sleep.
But once we wait for it, the potholes that are developing on portions of the motorway are quite dangerous, and potholes that can cause a lot of death if care is not taken. Yeah. Why aren't we filling them to make them quite motorable? Because this is a motorway, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, currently, as I said, it's about 60 years. It's about 60 years. So the moment the lifespan reaches or elapses, this development will come. Now we cannot close the bridge at one side and do the parking at the same time. Then it means that the whole place will come to a halt. So what we are doing is, let's tackle the most serious one first. Our mobile maintenance units are on standby for the potholes. So that one will be done immediately after we have finished this one.
So there will be pothole filling after this one?
Pothole patching, yeah, after this one.
And that's an assurance?
That's my colleague Kojo Brace there from the motorway. And for those of you who are affected, I hope the alternative routes help you out. But we are told that this emergency work needs to be done to forestall a disaster. And we'll be bringing you more on this in the coming days. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some progress or information on the work being done.